Welcome back. You're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio. And our guest today is Frank Giraldi, and he's from a national company called Protection One, who is right here in San Antonio. And we're talking about fire alarms and different things, and we are going in to talk some things about your company. I have a personal testimony that with Protection One, Frank, we've had Protection One, and it's always been a very good service for us. One thing that I do like about it, when I had questions about my alarm, I called the local number, and someone actually picked up the phone and answered it. I didn't have to go through queues and recordings and that kind of thing, so that's very important.
Right, and that's one thing with with our CEO here of recent. He's a really competitive guy. He's great, and he's brought us a long way. And so one of his big things was customer service, and how do we improve? And it was, let's get a live person on the phone, within 2 or 3 rings, and get you taken care of and get you where you need to go. He also implemented a software too. So let's say you get cut off and you call back. Well, that software is going to remember your phone number, and it's going to route you right back to that same operator. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So let's say you had an issue, and you were talking about something about your security system, and you were in the middle of getting your answer, and all of a sudden something happened, and you had to call back. Well, you're going to get that operator again, and it's going to pick up right where it left off. So,
that's amazing.
It's cool stuff. That is.
Yeah. And if you need a service call, we really do strive to get out what we call same day or within 24 hours, depending on the area. Sometimes we service like Laredo, Corpus Christi, Eagle Pass, and sometimes that is a little bit difficult to get out to Eagle Pass in the next day or so. But for the majority of the time, we try to get out there within same day or 24 hours. And so again, that's another competitive thing that our CEO has put into place, just to really make our customer service go above and beyond. We really, from being a manager myself, I know I've had to get on the phone and talk with some customers, and it really is. It's all about the customer experience, all about taking care of the customer, and just making things a smooth process. So that's one of the things that Protection One's put in place. Is, like you said, when you make a phone call, you're going to get a live operator. You're not going to go through the queues, and again, we're going to help you set up a service call if needed.
Yeah, when we call,
that's awesome.
When we call the office or the dispatch number or whatever, it's either the alarm or something is going off, and we're perturbed because we can't figure something out, and we want to answer right away, or it's an emergency, and we want someone to pick it up right away.
Right.
And so, it's kind of like insurance. Mm-hmm. You have it, and you hope you never have to use it, but when you do, you want it to work flawlessly.
Right.
And that's
only as good as your agent, I say.
So some people, I see these things on the internet here and there for, like, this is like crazy prices, and then I read into them a little bit, and it's like self-install and these type of things. But you guys have all licensed installers that are bonded, certified. Tell us a little bit about your operations team or your install team or what you guys go by call.
So again, according, addressing the licensing, yes, they all get licensed, and we are part of the National Burglar and Fire Alarm Association, and they all go through classes. They are licensed. And of course, we have to go through background checks and get fingerprinted. And then I also send them through, the fire course as well, because I want my technicians to know, again, the fire code. I want to make sure that you guys, that everybody feels confident that they have a knowledgeable technician in their home. And so, like you said, that it's really weird nowadays. I think. Maybe even 8 years ago, 10 years ago, well, I actually got into the business 14 years ago, but even 10 years ago, a customer really didn't know there was anything wrong with their alarm system until they were getting ready to go on vacation or something like that. And that's still somewhat the case. We do get a lot of calls like, hey, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I noticed my alarm won't set. I have a window that shows open constantly. But nowadays, alarm systems do so much more. You rely on them a lot more. Now you can control the thermostat, or you can control your Z-Wave door locks, or you can do a whole lot more other things that really brings your attention to the security system a lot more. And so sometimes we see the volume increasing on service calls because everybody's paying a lot more attention to their security system. So, and I love my security system. I'll tell you why in a little bit. But I think people are starting to rely more on their security systems to do a lot more and to work for them, not just notify them in the event of an alarm. Like I said, personal experience when it comes to how I use my security system. I have these little IP cameras that connect to the security system, and it notifies me whenever my front door is open or however I want it set up. So I have 3 cameras, and you'll see commercials for this advertised. Do you want to know when your child comes home from school or anything like that? And you see that picture of the kid entering the code onto the keypad, and you're getting that notification clip. Well, we do that as well. But when I go on to like vacation, like let's say to New York or something like that, and I have a dog sitter, and my dog sitter is supposed to be at the home at 7:30. Well, when my front door opens at 7:30 and she's disarming the security system, I get that video clip right to my phone. And so now I'm in New York. I know my dogs are being taken care of. I have my IP camera in my kitchen, and so I can see the dog sitter feeding my dogs, taking my dogs out, and spending some time with the dogs. And I know, like I said, my dogs are being taken care of, and I know I'm getting the service from the service provider that I've asked for. And then 7:30 at night, I'm getting the same clip. So I get 2 visits from the service provider. I get my 2 video clips. Well, maybe one morning at 7:30, at 7:30, I don't get my first video clip. Well, now I know my security system's working for me. So I didn't get that clip, and so now I'm calling my service provider and asking, have you made it by the house? I didn't get my first clip this morning. And you may get, I'm on my way, or I overslept, or what have you, and I'll be right there. And so now, I mean, if you didn't have your security system working for you and using your security to its full capabilities, because there are a lot of functions nowadays on these security systems.
Amazing.
Yeah, your dog sitter may have missed that first spot, and your dogs would have been doing the rain dance in the kitchen and
That's right.
praying that somebody comes and lets them out. And so, yeah, there are a lot of good things, a lot of fun things, and that you can use with these security systems nowadays. They set rules up. I mean, you can set a rule up to, like, when I come home from work, I'm adjusting. I press one button, it adjusts the thermostat. It may turn a light on in the living room. Right, and you can also unlock your front door. You can let people in. You no longer have to give people codes to your security system. Mom and dad are at the front door. You just log into your phone and you say, okay, yeah, that is mom and dad at the door. All right, mom, dad, go ahead and go on in. I just unlocked the front door for you. And so we use the Z-Wave technologies. And
So no more keys. We're getting rid of the keys.
you can get rid of the keys.
Wow.
Myself, I'm always a double lock type of guy.
Okay.
So if I am on vacation or what have you, I'm still giving the dog sitter a key, but I may unlock the door for her, or who knows. But I may still trust her enough because I do have the cameras. Go ahead and go to the keypad, make yourself at home. Grab an orange juice or what have you.
Right.
Just don't go in any other room. And so, speaking of don't go into any other room, I also have maybe my master bedroom and a guest room that also has interior contacts on it. So when I go away, again, it's set rules. If anybody goes into those rooms, I'm getting notification. So you can protect gun safes, you can protect liquor cabinets, you can get notifications on all these things. And again, it really is a way to protect your interior investment in security.
So that intrigues me a little bit as I'm thinking about our system. I was really excited when I got it where I could set the alarm remotely, and I have to say when I did get it, that I had a little trouble getting it on my iPhone, and I called the office and somebody walked me through it step by step. I mean, someone picked up the phone, and I was having a little trouble. I said, and I forget exactly what it was, but it's something to the way of like, did you push that little green button down the left hand side yet? And I go, no. And she says, well, push that button. I pushed it, and everything populated properly. So I mean, they're very well, trained in the knowledge of how to set that up and helping somebody on the phone. So I was amazed at that. But as I think it's just gone so far where now you have cameras that send you clips. I was getting a text, or we get a text message now, and so it's gone so much farther that where you actually get a video clip. But I think let's go back a little bit and kind of explain a little bit what you can do, because when you talk about liquor cabinets and gun cabinets and bedrooms and things, that for the average homeowner that's just moved into the home, and especially someone that has children or whatever, can really monitor exactly what they want to see. I mean, I'm thinking, so if you're on vacation and you have a dog sitter or maybe a house cleaner or whatever is helping you at that time, and they come in the house, they could come in and they could let the dog out and feed the dog and take care of that. But your master bedroom and maybe a den could be set up where they can't, if they go into those rooms that they're not supposed to, that you'd be notified that they went into that room, correct?
Oh yeah, you can get a notification on just about anything. I mean, not only do we have those cameras, but we also have what's called image sensors as well. So when you arm up your security system, they act as two things, as a motion detector and a video clip. So you're arming up your system, and if you would normally put a motion detector in your living room, well, then you can install your image sensor. And so if anybody were to walk through that motion pattern, you're also getting in a video clip as well. So you can set a security system up to do pretty much whatever it is that you want. I mean, we have customers that have, maybe a father or something like that who really loves a Christmas tree, or some other device or a light, and so they can, from home, they can turn on these lights and they can turn them off. And same thing when you're away. You don't want your house to look like you're away,
right.
So you can turn it on your phone, turn on a light, turn on a lamp, and now it looks like somebody's turned the light on and off, and you can do that a couple of times and really deter
remotely.
somebody from,
you can do that.
deter somebody from coming in and say, well, maybe there is somebody home. That light was just off and now it's on, and now it's off again. Maybe they're in a different part of the house.
So now I want to put my Christmas tree on there because I love coming home after work. It's dark and the Christmas tree's already on. So we're going to add that to ours.
All right. So, and adding to it, that's kind of a great thing, because when people buy homes, a lot of times they're on a budget because they've used a lot of their money for down payments and for all the closing costs and maybe some of those other things. So they want that security. So you can go in, if it has a security system in there, you can activate that or upgrade it to where it needs to be, correct?
Yeah, actually, real quick, we have a device that we can put on just about any security system now. So it doesn't have to be ours to begin with. And so we can add those Z-Wave devices and all that functionality to any existing panel, really.
Okay.
Well, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio. We're going to take a quick break, but I want you to stay tuned. We have Frank Giraldi from Protection One. We're talking about fire and fire alarms, access control, and we're going to talk about closed circuit TV. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.